And you know, it's all come full circle. We're here for EVO. You know what I'm saying? This is the event that got me into the fighting game community. So it's come full circle, right? Here in the warm-up rounds.
Ooh, a shimmy here. The start for YaNoob, so he's gonna get some good damage here. Still going with that V-trigger one. I noticed a lot of Manats trying to learn how to use that V-Trigger 2 because you get more access to them ever since they nerfed V-Trigger 1 from 2 bars to 3. But yeah. YaNoob doesn't even need it, takes the first round without it. So interesting start here. Ooh.
Ooh, I like that. And that was kind of interesting. Chakotay, again, absorbed the first hit from the explosion, but still kept the speech going. Oh, boy, it's a lot of damage. Okay, decent amount of damage.
Yeah, remember the buff for Mika now. Once you get that speech activated, you can. The next combo throw is the next command throw is comboable. Close to stun, that's gonna do it. And unless there's an epic drop, should be the end of the round here. But ElChakotay, again, a player with enough experience that we're not going to expect that to happen.
And Chakotay pretty much highlighting one of the biggest weaknesses against Manat, right? As soon as she doesn't have access to orb, it's a lot easier to contest her normals and to rush her down.
Yeah, I still remember, like, when Justin was playing her heavily, he actually said that one of his strategies, because there's some characters that will blow her up way better, you know, when she doesn't have the orb than others. And I remember Justin said that he just would consciously never throw the orb, which was such an interesting decision. But obviously we're seeing YaNoob throwing out the orb because it definitely works against Mika pretty decently.
Oh, no. He actually went into V-Shift 2 times over. This would be a stun. Nadeshko, you are more than dead. You get to do it again? Double Bulldog? That is sick. If I saw that in a real wrestling match, I would throw everything. I would throw my popcorn, I would throw my drink, I would throw my chair. I get kicked out of the stadium.
Now I feel like that it's gonna happen. Kenny Omega is gonna do that for sure now. He's gonna do one, the character's gonna get up with, and they're gonna figure out some way to have birds twirl around their head, and then Kenny will just do a second one, and there you go.
It would be so sick if Kenny actually called in a member from the FGC. If he called in Ringe to be Nadeshko, I would lose my mind. I would lose my mind.
That would be so sick, just to come in there, yeah, and help. Oh, man.
One could dream. One could dream. Kenny Omega, I know you're watching this. You better make it happen with Ringe, man.
Hey, man, Ringe got to commentate actual NJPW matches at one point in time. That was definitely a dream for him. It was so cool.
All right, going into
making
it now,
things happen, not just for the, for the commentators as well. So,
yes, sir. The big stuff, dude. Do you see what's on the screen right now, James? There are 6 orbs technically. 4 now. Sorry, 5 more because he has one in hand. I was gonna say, if you lost it with all of your orbs active, I would have felt very bad.
Yeah. The interesting thing to me, though, and kind of indicative of, Manat's weakness here, all 3 rounds that Chakotay has won have had a dizzy in it. Every single one of the rounds that he's won has had a dizzy. So, obviously, once Mika gets in there, especially with that punch command throw and how much stun that adds, I mean, command throw adding stun, that hurts, man.
Oh my God! Speaking of, 2 times over, he's trying to make it hurt 3. He's gonna go for a 4.
Oh, he went for. I don't know if he went for the crouching medium punch or if he tried to fake something but got tossed on his wake up. And that wouldn't have beaten the command throw either if they had connected on the same frames. I believe the command throw just wins anyway.
Did you see that roundhouse anti-air? That was sick. Chakotay again getting hit or punished for the speech at least. Oh boy. YaNoob.
I respect that. I respect that he went for the Hail Mary there, but unfortunately that means he has no meter now. He was willing to spend it all. And I love YaNoob challenging when he saw he was going to try to absorb the hit again, but did not work out for him at all.
Yeah, YaNoob, that's the second time he's tried to contest the V skill, right? Going through the armor, but I feel like maybe he should try doing like an empty jump throw just to kind of keep Chakotay guessing. Oh boy.
I mean, nice sequence right now from YaNoob, but and just gets out of there. But he needs to get his orb back. You can see right now, orbless Manat doesn't have the range. Chakotay smells blood in the water. Okay, here comes the orb finally, and now YaNoob with the opportunity to try to get something going, but he doesn't have the V-trigger, but he does have the critical art. Is this gonna kill? It is. There you go, YaNoob, tying it up 1-1.
Looking like you're pro over here. I like this. That was sick. That was very well done there from YaNoob. Man, bringing it all the way back. And he was at such a deficit too, right? You saw him without the orb. You saw him getting rushed down by Chakotay. Switched it up a little bit. Again, him being able to stay composed without having the orb is a sign of a very, very strong Munat player.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. And, you know, life is a resource, right? He was definitely getting hit by a bunch of things at that situation, but life is a resource, and YaNoob played it that way, not panicking as he was taking damage, just biding his time, and was able to take that with the critical art in the end.
Yeah. And I always forget the buffs with V-Skill too. Being able to get Oki immediately afterwards too is pretty important. Like, it gets her more knockdown scenarios, being able to combo into V-Skill, right? But also being able to pursue is pretty important.
And chasing down that drill, but here comes the orbs now. Goes for the overhead, gonna be able to extend off of that and off of that as well for maximum damage. You know, despite the fact that we don't see it as often, well, maybe because we don't see it as often, but I will never not find those kind of orb combos super fun to watch.
That was super sick. Block string after the orb recall, but Chakotay pressing a button immediately after the jab contest. Nadesco breaking the back. Oh boy.
Trying to get in there right now. Rush down Manat. Get her dizzy. Oh, here we go. Is going to be able to extend off of that. Nice practice timing, and you know what? Drops the combo, but manages to get the reset and the stun. Oh no, he dropped the combo.
Oh, he dropped it.
No,
not like this. YaNoob.
No.
Oh no. You know what? He missed the initial jump heavy punch because he thought, having the orb, extends the hitbox. He just missed it completely because of the timing, like without it, right? He tried to get it a little bit closer, but it was too late.
I'm glad I didn't say anything about any sort of catastrophic drops, unless there's a catastrophic drop, because that definitely was one. Oh, man, that is unfortunate for YaNoob, and if he loses this game as a result, that's going to be hard on the psyche.
Yeah, you don't want to give someone like ElChakotay another chance, right? You want to make sure it's a done deal. He is I gotta say, honestly, he's one of the biggest threats in this pool, or in this bracket.
Oh yeah, for sure, for sure.
Big punish on the body splash.
Okay.
And now it's gonna be all YaNoob.
Yeah, if YaNoob can take this is important for him mentality-wise, to be able to, nice V-shift, to be able to put that dropped combo behind him. Now you could just basically take that drop combo and instantly erase it from your mind because it had no effect on the outcome. And so there you go. It's so important from a mental standpoint, in my opinion. If you lose that one, you're going to be thinking about that dropped combo. At least I would be. I would just be like, man, if only I didn't drop that combo, and now put it behind yourself. That actually is very valuable to have.
Yeah, because at that point, you're not really losing to your opponent. You're losing to yourself, right? All the training you've put into the training mode and missing a combo that you've done 1.5 million times, that never feels good. You can't ever say, like, well, like, in hindsight, I lost because of this. It's like, no, you lost because you dropped your own combo. You know what I'm saying? Like, that sucks for sure. But, I mean, YaNoob prevailed. He still managed to take it down over ElChakotay, which is very impressive. Being able to shrug it off mentally that quickly and get that turnover, very, very good.
And again, that's the power of being able to have an environment like Wednesday Night Fights, right? I mean, one of the reasons why Mr. Alex Vi started Wednesday Night Fights was to get used to people playing in pressure situations. And, there's a point of streaming it, because you get players to get used to playing on stream as well. For those of you, who play at home and stuff, as soon as you play on the tournament, that's one thing. Then when you play in a tournament and you're on stream where hundreds of people are watching you, dude, like, that gets in your head. It really does. And so, getting that practice, even if it's just a small stream, like getting that practice to know people are watching and, backseat driving. Not saying that, the people in the chat are backseat drivers or anything, but, oh boy. Okay. All right. All right.
Ooh,
Look at this.
This
Look
is
what
going to
we
be kind of
have.
interesting. Yeah, so
Now-
it's a significant change up from Mika to Lucia. James, I know you want to get the full breakdown in. Tell me a little bit about how the dynamic's going to work this time with Lucia instead of Mika.
Well, what's interesting about it is that Lucia has this reputation of, you know, having really good rush down and really good footsies and all this stuff like that. You know, some people have even claimed that her footsies are as good as Karen's, and it's just really not the case with her. What she does is she figures out a way to get in through the fireballs. I actually think she's more Ryu than Karen, and when she gets in, however, then she might be one of the scariest characters up close. She might be one of the most threatening characters when she gets right next to you. She's one of the only characters that can do 2 light attacks into immediate throw without a micro walk. Her standing medium punch is amazing, and she just has a lot of good ways to sneak in runs to gain extra turns and such. So let's see if Chakotay can keep this up here. Activation. Oh, this is gonna hurt. Oh no, he's going for the reset.
Not as much.
I think if he didn't go for the reset, it might have even been able to kill. If you can get a raw hit like that, like if you combo into it from a trigger activation, you lose a lot of damage through scaling. But if you can get a raw burn kick like that, the amount of damage Lucia can do is kind of stupid.
That's how you feel?
I mean that in a good way, trust me.
Gotcha. Yeah, he had like about 1.5 bars down below before to get that whatever combo he needed going, but I don't know, maybe he just felt like it wasn't going to be enough.
Yeah, one of the things that you're seeing ElChakotay do a lot is running forward, going with that V skill 1, just like that. And so here's the combo into it. Like I said, not going to be as much damage. Tries to set up a mix-up right there. One of the things, though, you know, is that V skill 1 is -8 on block. When not EX, I should say. And a lot of times Chakotay has been getting away with doing that. And look at this. YaNoob has the critical art. There's going to be a lot of scaling on this. Is this going to kill? It is.
My God.
It's enough.
I love watching Minot combos. It's so good to look at. It's like watching a dance the entire time. I put on a track on Nujabi's and I see a combo exhibition of Minot and I'm big chilling.